Research shows that touch lights up the brain's reward system almost instantly. Yet most do the opposite. Instead of creating comfort, they trip her rejection switch. The difference between a forgettable hug and one she feels for days comes down to one thing: how your touch speaks when you are not talking. This has nothing to do with tricks or manipulation. It is about a language no one ever taught you. Touch came before words, before culture, before rules. Our ancestors survived because they could read what a hand meant: safety or danger, trust or intrusion. That instinct never left. You just stopped listening to it. Every time you touch her, a silent test is happening. She does not know she is giving it. You do not know you are taking it. But her nervous system is tracking everything: the way your hands move, the pauses, the pressure, how long you stay. Her emotional brain is quietly asking one question: is this man steady or needy, relaxed or reaching, real or trying too hard? The answer shapes everything that follows. Most men fail here because they come from lack. They either pull back so much nothing is felt, or they lean in so hard it feels desperate. Both say the same thing: you are unsure of your own worth, and that uncertainty drains attraction faster than anything else. She does not decide attraction with logic. Her body decides first. The part of the brain that reads touch moves faster than thought. By the time she knows how your hug felt, her feelings have already shifted. Men who understand this move differently. They leave an emotional echo behind. They create calm instead of pressure. Their touch feels like certainty, not hoping. This is why it matters. Not to learn moves, but to let your body match the grounded man you claim to be. When skin meets skin, special nerve fibers switch on. They carry gentle, slow touch straight to the part of the brain that processes emotion and inner safety. That is the real pathway of intimacy. Welcome to Become Stoic. To our loyal subscribers, you are the foundation of this brotherhood. If you are new, like the video and subscribe. Let's get into it. Here's what most people never realize. The posterior insula does not just feel touch. It blends that touch with the moment, the mood, and the meaning behind it. It is asking a simple question: does this touch fit what is happening right now? Does it match who this person feels like they are? When it does not match, her brain sounds an alarm. Research from University College London shows that uncertain or mismatched touch activates the brain's error center, the same place that reacts when something feels wrong. When the story does not line up, your shaky touch sends that signal. Your overeager touch sends it too. Both say the same thing: something inside you is off. Now look at the opposite. A calm, grounded touch that is not rushed or afraid lights up the brain's reward system, the same area tied to pleasure, desire, and success. But touch has a twist. It activates that reward in both people at once. Your steadiness becomes something she feels in her own body. That only happens when your touch comes from alignment, when you are not trying to get something or prove something. The moment your touch becomes a transaction, her nervous system knows, and transactional touch pushes her away. There is a reason for that. Women evolved to read intention through physical contact. In the past, a wrong touch could mean danger or control. Her body still carries that ancient radar. She does not think about your hug. Her nervous system does. Studies from the University of Dundee show women can sense a man's emotional state through touch alone with over 70% accuracy. Anxiety, neediness, tension, confidence. Your hands reveal what your words try to hide. That is why technique without inner calm fails. You can copy the moves. You can get the timing right. But if your energy comes from lack or performance, she will feel the gap between what you do and who you are. And that gap quietly kills attraction. So what does the right touch feel like? Picture this: soft light in the room. You just made her laugh for real. Her shoulders drop. For a moment, she feels safe. She steps in to hug you. This is where most men ruin it. They either hesitate like they are afraid, or they grab too fast like they are starving. You do neither, because you understand what matters. A hug is not a move. It is not a step. It is not something you do to get somewhere. It is a shared pause between two people. And real presence cannot be faked. You step in at the pace of the moment, not rushed, not hesitant. Your arms move with quiet intention. One hand settles at the center of her back, right where the ribs end and the lower back begins. Too high feels distant. Too low feels entitled. The middle is confident without pushing. Your other hand rests between her shoulder blades, not gripping, not floating, just there, solid and sure. This is where most men miss it. They either squeeze too hard or barely touch at all. Both say the same thing. You are thinking instead of feeling. Your touch should feel like gravity, natural, unforced, something that just belongs there. You do not pull her closer, you let her come in. Pulling comes from need, allowing comes from fullness. When the space feels safe, she steps into it. The less you reach, the more she leans. The pressure stays steady, not weak, not intense, just even and calm. That kind of touch tells the nervous system it can rest, like a weighted blanket, like a deep, grounding breath. Your hands quietly say, I am here. This moment is safe. Here is the part most men miss. They hold her the same way the whole time. Same pressure, same spot. It feels flat. Nothing rises, nothing lands. No moment to remember. You do something else. 2 seconds in, you adjust, just a little. The hand on her lower back presses slightly closer. Not a grab, not a squeeze. Just enough to shift the feeling. That tiny change creates contrast, and contrast is what the brain keeps. When touch stays the same, it fades. When it changes, it stays with her. That soft increase is the difference between a hug she forgets and one that quietly comes back later. Then your other hand moves, slow enough that it almost disappears. It slides a few inches upward toward the base of her neck. 3 seconds. Not rushed, not awkward, smooth and confident. When it gets there, your fingers relax and open slightly. You are not pulling. You are not holding. You are simply there. The neck is one of the most sensitive places on the body. It is tied to trust and vulnerability. When you touch it with calm certainty, her body reads strength without danger, confidence without force. But none of this works if your energy is off. You stay relaxed. Your breath is slow. Your shoulders are loose. You are not thinking ahead. You are right here. That is what she feels. Not the technique, not the movement, your state. Nervous systems mirror each other. If you are tense, she tightens. If you are grounded, she softens. That is why inner calm matters more than any move. You can do everything right, but if you are performing instead of being, she feels the mismatch. And that is what pushes her away. The hug is starting to end. This is where most men slip. They either cling too long, trying to squeeze out more, or they pull away too fast, like they are suddenly unsure. Both give off the same thing: insecurity. You do neither. You notice the shift in her body, a slight change in her weight, a soft easing back. Her nervous system is saying the moment is complete. You respect it. As you step back, your hands slide down her back at the same pace she is moving away, not rushed, not delayed. Light contact all the way down until your fingertips are the last thing to leave her skin, fading just above her hips. That slow release matters. It lets the feeling linger, like a note that keeps ringing after the music stops. She will still feel it long after the hug ends. In her mind, it will not sound like a clear thought. She will not say, "That was a good hug." She will feel something softer and deeper. There is something about him. That quiet curiosity is what pulls her in. Not logic, not analysis. Curiosity. You did not force it. Your touch matched your energy. Your energy matched your calm, and calm confidence always draws people closer. There is a darker side to this. Some men will treat it like a trick. They will copy the hand positions. They will time the pressure. They will do everything right on the outside while still feeling empty and desperate inside. And it will fail. Women do not respond to moves. They respond to what is real. Technique only magnifies who you already are. If you are calm, it makes that calm felt. If you are insecure, it makes that show even more. That is why so much pickup advice falls apart. It teaches men how to act confident without becoming confident. Sooner or later, the act breaks. What this is really about is alignment. Your body matching your inner state. Your presence matching who you are. When there is no gap between the two, attraction happens without effort. So ask yourself why you want this to work. If it is because you need approval or you want to prove something, stop. That need will leak into everything you do. No technique can hide it. But if you want to move through the world with calm presence, to create moments instead of chasing outcomes, to touch from fullness instead of lack, then keep going. That path is real. And remember, this hug is not something you use on every woman in every moment. Context matters. Sometimes a quick friendly hug is right. Sometimes no touch at all is right. The skill is not in memorizing a move. It is in feeling the moment and responding honestly. That wisdom comes from being grounded in yourself, from not projecting your wants onto every interaction. This is the real work. Becoming a man whose touch quietly says what words never could, strength without force, desire without need, presence without acting. Attraction is not built in loud moments. It is built in restrained ones. A man who can touch with intention and then let go shows something rare. He owns himself. Your hug does not make her want you. It makes her curious about the man who touches, like he has nothing to prove. And curiosity is where desire begins. That's it for this one. If it helped you, like the video and subscribe so you do not miss what's coming next.